Good afternoon. Beginning in 2002, the Georgia Center for the Book has created a Books All Georgians Should Read list. This list began out of the program One Book, One Community, created by the Center for the Book in the Library of Congress. These lists were made to highlight the rich literary heritage of Georgia and featured authors like Alice Walker, Terry Kay, James Dickey, W.E.B. Du Bois, Lillian Smith, and Natasha Trethewey. In 2010, urged by then Advisory Council member and children's author and illustrator Elizabeth O. DeLemba, the Georgia Center for the Book created a Books All Young Georgians Should Read list. Although the Georgia Center for the Book placed children's literature on our Books All Georgians Should Read list, this was the first time that we created a list solely for children's literature. And we also became the first center for the book in the United States to create a list solely to highlight the works for children's literature. These lists honor authors, illustrators, and collaborators, and celebrate our rich and diverse literary heritage. We also seek to drive readers to libraries and bookstores throughout our state to discover the best literature Georgia has to offer. Although these lists have transformed over the years, they are meant to honor authors, illustrators, and collaborators from here in Georgia, and to celebrate our rich and diverse literary heritage by driving readers to libraries and bookstores across our state to discover the best literature Georgia has to offer. A few highlights from this year's list include 3 picture books on our Books All Young Georgians Should Read list. One about a young Flannery O'Connor, and another about a young dinosaur who just happens to like big words. We also feature a nonfiction book about food history, including some interesting food stories from right here in Georgia. For young adult readers, we feature 2 wonderful books: a speculative fiction called Beasts of Prey, and a very contemporary work called Why We Fly. We also feature 2 graphic novels this year: Run, which continues the life story of Congressman John Lewis, and Needle and Thread. For our adult list, we feature 2 works of poetry, one entitled Peach State, Poems by Adrienne Sue, that celebrates the diversity of food and history between 2 cultures, both Southern culture and Asian culture, here in Georgia and very close in DeKalb County on Buford Highway. We also have a collection of poems called Mother Mary Comes to Me, a pop culture poetry anthology, edited by Karen Head, who was the Waffle House Poet Laureate, and Collin, who is the editor of Arts Atlanta magazine. We also feature 3 works of fiction: The Parted Earth, Monster in the Middle, and the love songs of W.E.B. Du Bois. For nonfiction fans, we have a work called Memorial Drive by former U.S. Poet Laureate Natasha Trethewey, A Night at the Sweet Come Head that reflects on Georgia's nightlife culture here in the metropolitan Atlanta area, Chasing Me to My Grave, which is an artist's memoir about folk art and incarceration here in Georgia, Chronicling Stankonia, that celebrates Georgia's emergence as a powerhouse in the hip hop industry, and Wild Spectacle by Janisse Ray, which discusses nature across the United States from one of the foremost writers about nature and preservation here in Georgia. We hope that you take the time during this year to read through these lists with your friends and your family, and share them with relatives and people across the country as well. We thank you so very much, and we hope you enjoy the 2022 lists of Books All Young Georgians and Georgians Should Read.